Did you know Oprah Winfrey has been securing Maui land like it's a trending bestseller? In just 2023, she invested in a vast 520-acre plot for $3.89 million, then went for another 330 acres at $2.47 million, not to mention the two 10-acre patches she bought in 2022 for $100,000 each. Amidst this real estate surge, a sudden fire happens, destroying homes nearby, but leaving her vast terrains unscathed. Does that ring a bell? Think back to 2017. A deadly fire consumed homes near her Montecito mansion, yet once again, Oprah's property emerged untouched. And after that event, she expanded her Montecito land holdings to a whopping 70 acres, even snapping up a 4-acre complex in 2019, which was decimated by mudslides shortly after the 2017 fire. The connections, the acquisitions, and the timing are definitely food for thought.
How does it feel to be here, ma'am?
It's a little overwhelming, you know. And then went shopping. Because often, you make donations of clothes or whatever, and it's not really what people need. So I actually went to Walmart and Costco and
got pillows.
What you are about to hear is all gossip and speculation and should not be taken as factual information. With that in mind, let's get started. Recently, during her visit to the War Memorial Complex in Wailuku, that presently functions as an emergency refuge for those affected by the Maui fires, Oprah encountered a contentious situation. The episode gained significant media attention when it was unveiled that Oprah and her CBS News crew were prohibited from entering the shelter. Adhering to the shelter's strict guidelines, which specified that no media personnel would be allowed inside to ensure the privacy and dignity of the survivors, Oprah made the decision to leave her news crew at the entrance. She then took it upon herself to personally engage with those taking shelter there, discerning their urgent necessities. Following this, she sourced critical supplies such as pillows, shampoos, and diapers from local stores for distribution among the impacted individuals. While Oprah's benevolent actions, as one of Maui's esteemed long-term residents, were a demonstration of her commitment to assisting the fire's victims, they inadvertently sparked discussions surrounding her role and influence in Maui, particularly given her ownership of over 2,000 acres on the island. This narrative has become particularly potent as indigenous residents increasingly struggle to secure homes in their own ancestral lands. The fires have intensified debates on various social media platforms surrounding Oprah, emphasizing her contentious status in Maui. It's pertinent to highlight that Oprah has maintained a consistent presence in Maui since the early 2000s, and her expansive land holdings on the island have recently increased, now amassing over 2,000 acres. After her initial interactions with those affected by the fires, Oprah ventured to retailers like Costco and Walmart to procure essential items. Discussing her experience with the BBC, Oprah elaborated on how she identified the pressing needs of the affected individuals and opted to shop at these stores for basic supplies including pillows, shampoos, and diapers. Outside the confines of the shelter, she, along with the CBS News team, connected with a few of the victims and volunteers. These actions, although seemingly altruistic, ignited varied reactions on the internet. A segment of the online community posed questions about why a billionaire possessing extensive tracts of land in Maui, which are believed to be unscathed by the fires, didn't offer her land as a temporary solution for the displaced inhabitants. Some speculated that her gestures of buying necessities might be a strategic move to divert attention away from her expansive land holdings, which could potentially house those in need. Addressing the widespread online discourse, Maui County posted a statement on Facebook, lauding Oprah for her considerate visit to the shelter and for respecting the no media rule. They conveyed their gratitude for the genuine compassion and warmth she extended during her visit and recognized her commitment to adhering to the policies that restrict media access inside such emergency zones. Nevertheless, despite Maui County's affirmation of Oprah's endeavors, discussions surrounding her real estate investments and relationship with the local communities on the island continued. In light of these conversations, Oprah expressed, "The magnitude of the situation can be overwhelming, but witnessing the collective support and people's generous contributions is deeply heartening." After her visit to the shelter, Oprah uploaded a video on Instagram where she narrated her experiences and recounted her engagements with the survivors. Pledging her commitment, she announced her intention to make a meaningful financial contribution towards the rebuilding and recovery operations once a comprehensive assessment of the fire's damage was completed. "Once we get a clearer picture of the devastation and the necessary rebuilding plans, I'll be making a significant contribution," she stressed. As soon as we understand the full scope and what's needed for reconstruction, Oprah's statement gained traction and was widely disseminated, leading to a fair amount of criticism. Advocacy groups called on her to address the broader systemic challenges that afflict the native inhabitants of Maui. There was a pronounced demand from a large segment of the public urging Oprah to either cede some of her vast land holdings or grant access to it, arguing that she owned more land than many locals. There were also insinuations that Oprah's involvement and charitable gestures were perhaps just strategic optics, tailored for a photo opportunity. The wildfires in Maui have unleashed unparalleled destruction, leading to the heartbreaking death of over 110 individuals as of the latest count, with more than 2,200 infrastructures either compromised or entirely demolished. This catastrophic event has forced approximately 4,500 citizens to evacuate their residences. The grim aftermath, a week after the raging fires consumed parts of the island, discloses that over 1,000 individuals are still missing. As rescue and recovery operations press on, officials are wary that the death count could further rise. To provide some context, Maui is now etched in history as the location of the deadliest wildfire in modern American records. These fires, which seemingly emerged out of the blue a few days earlier, quickly swept across extensive portions of the region, marking them as among the most devastating wildfires in recent U.S. history. A comprehensive understanding of the overall destruction might take a longer time to emerge. Per the data provided by Maui County, the fire that ravaged a significant section of Lahaina consumed an estimated 2,170 acres. On a positive note, efforts to contain this specific blaze have achieved an 85% success rate. Another fire, which burned through around 678 acres on the western flank of Maui, is currently 75% contained. Fortunately, 2 other fires on the island have been completely contained. Ongoing recovery efforts include the restoration of power to the upland water systems. The resumption of water supply is expected as soon as the pipelines are thoroughly cleaned, and a fuel tanker positioned in North Ka'anapali is actively providing fuel to West Maui. As a new day dawns on Maui, its residents face yet another day overshadowed by the tragic aftermath of a wildfire that has, lamentably, taken over 100 lives already. In light of the destruction that rendered so many homeless, attention has shifted towards Maui's affluent residents, prompting questions about their whereabouts and their proactive involvement in Maui's healing journey. Maui is home to several renowned billionaires. However, amidst the ongoing crisis, there's a conspicuous absence of public outreach from many of them. Prominent personalities such as Oprah, Jeff Bezos, Larry Ellison, Clint Eastwood, and Steven Tyler maintain homes in Maui. Barring Oprah, there's been no public declaration from them regarding their contribution to relief efforts. Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' fiancée, conveyed her anguish over the fires on Instagram, yet no official proclamation or pledge from the couple has materialized. Boasting a net worth of $2.5 billion, Oprah owns nearly 2,000 acres of land in Maui, which she has considered her part-time residence for over 15 years. Whispers have been making the rounds that her vast estates were spared from the fire's wrath. Just this past March, Oprah added another 860 acres to her property portfolio, shelling out $6.6 million for the acquisition. However, the public sentiment towards Oprah is mixed. Kakuo Halekala, a notable local nonprofit, featured videos on their Instagram feed displaying Oprah handing out essential supplies, applauding her endeavors. Their caption read, "A heartfelt thank you to Oprah for stepping up. She came back bearing bedding, toiletries, and devoted precious moments with the evacuees in Wailuku. Your gestures have resonated deeply with us." They further extended an overarching challenge, beckoning anyone with an affinity for Maui, including Oprah, to embody the Hawaiian ethos of malama, care, and effect meaningful change. Oprah's charitable inclinations have historical precedents. She came into the spotlight in 2019 when she permitted the use of her private ranch pathway, facilitating locals' escape from wildfires that razed 10,000 acres in central Maui. This act of kindness earned the acknowledgement of Hawaii's then-Governor David Ige, who vocalized his thanks. Nevertheless, the clamor for more substantial intervention persists. An ex, previously known as Twitter user, nudged Oprah to consider making a donation paralleling Bezos' rumored $100 million commitment. Another post, which caught the eyes of 22,000 viewers, proposed that Oprah's ultimate gesture of goodwill might be to offer her expansive, untouched 2,000-acre property. How do you interpret this whirlwind of discussion centering on Oprah? What proactive measures, in your opinion, should she consider? We'd love to hear your thoughts below. A gentle reminder, this video is a melange of speculations and personal opinions. If you resonate with our content, kindly hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more engrossing conversations. We treasure your continued support, and until our paths cross again, take care.